interesting draft, to say the least, can do something about it in this game 4. Renmar, looking at the draft with your analyst hat on, man. What's going on here? This looks a little confusing.
Yep. Throwback to MSC 2025. It was the Fredrin Akai matchup that gave SRG the only win that they got against Team Liquid Philippines in the grand finals then. Let's see if it is actually a panda-sized hole that is the problem of Aurora, and it's enough with an Akai to plug it. They have their Harith, they have their Sicilian, back to comforts. Edward needs to be on point with his entries alongside Light on the Gatot Gacha.
There's a big problem about that, Renmar. This is not MSC 2025. We are thousands of miles away from Riyadh, almost 6 months removed from a said event, and even if, guess who won that damn big tournament?
Well, we all know who that was. And it's crazy to think that, again, for how many times have we seen the gold lane change in the season, and especially here in the playoffs, and all we've seen today is Granger and Harith.
Yep. I mean, when it comes to these two gold laners, those are the top picks for both of them. The most synonymous with their MPL Philippines Season 16 versions. Lots of tough boots across the board because of all the crowd control that both lineups had. Lo Yi has had a terrible MPL Philippines Season 16. That is the one thing that Aurora is banking on. One of the few things that they can bank on here, and that Liquid need to change their narrative around that hero. Let's see once we are in the turtle fights, if the heavy spin is enough to mess up with Carl Tzi's retreat game.
Oh, JP pressing load game on all of the previous wins that he had in this best of 7, just on Light's face. You at 2 getting managed. Turtle down to a 5th of its health. Heavy spin by Demon Kite, pinning down 40. Oh! Sanji takes down the smiling demon as Carl takes the turtle. Sanford falls. Traded up for once more. Double kill for the chef.
Not the start you want to have. Could have been significantly cleaner. Aurora are gonna regret fighting that first turtle like that. But Aurora are still in this. Domikai's been controlling Oheb in lane. Sanji's appearance here is one of the few times that Domikai's been able to show up. But now with Oheb, with a level gap, able to balance things out towards his favor.
And this is the thing here too, JP, someone's got to control JP from Aurora, man. He's been having a hell of a time, probably one of his best series so far in his career against Aurora, game to game to game to game, and it's causing too much havoc on Demon Kite to even have this kind of jungler that we're used to seeing for Demon Kite.
Yeah, it was Sanford who was able to get this. Oh, AOG, oh, Light misses.
That's it. Oheb flickers out, Sanji 2. Close call, but Liquid will do anything to be able to keep this 1,000 gold lead.
I'm seeing a lot of desperation from Aurora from the first 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Look, JP and Sanford, they're not letting this guy farm comfortably at all. This has been the toughest series Demon Kite has ever played all season long.
That's what I said. I think maybe what they found out, one of the weak points here for Aurora to deal with that dominant gameplay we've seen all season from them is to put unbelievable pressure on Demon Kite. Again, throughout the series, he has not been able to position himself to even contest the objectives the way that he wants, or the way we're used to seeing Demon Kite.
Oh my God. Light got JP on him, and Carl Tz. He goes down. Light takes a nap.
Massive disconnect. I was surprised that it was that bush that Light was holding at that point. Just hold lower bottom mid, or in his perspective, it's upper mid.
Oh. Brave Spider by 40, delaying Edward the retreat. I think he wanted to respond somewhere. Oh no, it's Sansan right on Edward. They send themselves down bottom, rotating towards the turtle. Big fight already. Zaman Force dropped by Domikite. Liquid pushes them out of that favorable position as Liquid takes 2 for 2.
A good use of the diversion to come help secure that second turtle. But now look at this, they're gonna put pressure on the purple.
Red Death Purple right in DK's face. Carl Tz is a menace.
He did not commit the turtle. He slowly used his abilities and basic attacks to take it down. Walked up, retribution away. And now the clock is starting to strike midnight, getting closer and closer. to the story of Aurora ending with heartbreak.
Edward gets hit with an Appraiser's Wrath, survives with about 10 HP, forcing Light to revitalize.
Aurora's in that position now where, hold on, Dominikai should be okay, but man, JP again just being a nuisance all over the place. Aurora's in the position where they have to support Demon Kite or at least find a win somewhere else.
Joseph, do you hear how ridiculous that sounds?
It does.
Support the Akai?
He needs help.
I need so much more help. Aurora hasn't changed their game plan all series long. Instead of focusing on making sure that Demon Kite is comfortable, Demon Kite can get farmed, that the center of the map is good, they've been changing their focuses, putting a lot more focus onto Demon Kite, not putting enough focus onto Edward as well, and Demon Kite is suffering.
I mean, look at this. They're centered around Demon Kite right now, too, as he falls further behind. Carl Tlph, diversion trip to mid lane. Again, what can Aurora do from this point? Who do they go for? Who do they bank on? Is it just Dominikai on the Heron?
Light intercepting on Carl. Sanford taps on Demon Kite, forcing that defensive heavy spin. Bravest fighter already keeping back the Apex Predator. Oh no, Demon Kite's not gonna taste his purple once more.
They're moving way too fast. Purple still goes to Carl Tlph. Every angle, every entry point blocked off. Every member man-to-man zoned.
Oh, under the turret, in between it they go. Light's gonna be in trouble again. He's so low.
Carl Tlph with the Appraiser's Wrath, 7-4 drop by Dominikai. The flicker from Sanji, backing out. Push in mid, tier 1 down.
JP sees the low health bar on Dominikai, and he's like, you know what? Nah, I won't risk it yet. We don't have that 6-7K gold lead we usually have.
6-7. You know what else is funny? The fact that JP stood there and showed him, yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
That must be some mental damage dealt to Dominikai's game.
From the walkouts to what they're doing during the game, from walking out from the playing area to back to their huddle areas, it seems like that's been the story. Liquid have just been living rent-free in Aurora's heads. Aurora have not played their game all series long. Aurora have looked uncomfortable all series long. And now Liquid, it's their series to lose, their game to lose. Glowing Wand locked in for the Sicilian, but still, the lead is too far.
This makes sense because a lot of us forgot throughout Season 16, this is their house. This is where Stallions live and run free. They are the defending champions, and they are bullying Aurora since game 1. Heavy spin, they isolate the GOAT. Carl Tlph sent underneath, tier 3 down bottom. That's a kill for Aurora.
There we go, that's something Aurora needed.
Right with an AOG. Intercepted by JP and Sanji. They lay down a smackdown on the Light. Bravest fighter under that Gatoka-cha. They take him down, serving up a kill to Ohem.
All part of the plan, I guess, for Tlph. Maybe Carl Tlph wasn't supposed to be heavy spun into a turret, but TL still gets something, and it's still on the purple.
They don't even have the retribution, they just have the man advantage, and they still get it, and it's on the Granger of all people.
Kiel 1 is a different beast. The day he woke up, and he chose to be greater than ever. He chose to show the world, hey, I am the M3 MVP. I am a 3-time champion. Now he's looking to be a 4-time champion.
This has to be heartbreaking for the Auroras. It was Aurora that had the most clear, coded intention of the season. Champions. That's it. No looking towards M7. Just get the championship. Finally win that chip for the org. They missed out on it in 14. Didn't even make it to the grand finals in 15. But now they are on the brink of just getting trampled by the hooves of Liquid.
Juxtaposed to Liquid, who clearly said in their post-match interview last night, we're looking at M7. What is this? Another day in the office?
I think it is just another day here for Team Liquid, as it's another objective that's going to be going in the hands of Carl Tlph. Aurora isn't even close to this. They're huddled around the tier 2 turret, trying to think of a plan on how to get this game under control.
Joseph, is this a turquoise ube? They're really just stuck together.
They're stuck, man. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. Aurora, I think even for themselves, the Stampede, for some reason, has just completely whiplashed them throughout this series 4 games in a row.
And leading the charge is JP. Oh, diversion.
Oh, in there! They bait out a heavy spin from Demon Kite, who was just doing this darkness to get his own purple, and he gets denied again.
This is not This is not a series at all for Demon Kite. Can't even touch his buffs. They have to watch the tier 2 turret fall. That Lord making its way down the bottom. Aurora needs so much more time to make this composition shine, and it's just not happening here.
In a season where the defending world champions, Onyx Philippines, admitted they've forgotten who they are, Liquid are reminding the world who the hell they are right now. Closer and closer to immortality yet again.
Edward gets defended down bottom. In
Light.
comes Edward. Light with the intercept to the back line.
Oh.
Samus Force dropped in. Light falls. OF gets another one.
Oh.
Snaps
Oh.
OF goes down. Newer gets a kill. Edward barely alive. Crown TZ goes down. Massive.